Hey, what's up, guys? Once again, we're back with you at home against this time the Taipei Skywalkers. You can see that the fan base is starting to grow a little bit. We're actually seeing some fans in the stands now. Um, it's one of those kind of mysterious things about Football Manager because there are certainly more than enough potential fans in Taiwan, but we're not seeing them come out in reality. We definitely need to win here because Athletic Club Taipei have continued on their winning ways. And so what that means is that the pressure really is on us to succeed in the league. We're doing well, as if you haven't seen it yesterday. We are doing quite well in the AFC Cup, and we're also doing quite well here in the league, of course, in first place. AFC Cup, we're technically in first place, tied 7 points each with April 25th. And we know that 2 of our 3 remaining games are almost certainly going to be victories. The big one is the match that we have against April 25th, which you'll see in a couple days here. If we can beat them, or if we draw with them and we can keep that goal differential up, as Leibolan gets this good save. If we can keep that up, then we can move on, and that means big, big money for the club. So hopefully we'll see something like that happen. We first, though, need to not concede a goal in this corner. Leibolan jumps up and grabs that, so we have done what we've needed to do. Leibolan, by the way, and I don't want to jinx him too much, but ever since we changed tactics, he has not given up a goal. He's not conceded a single goal. So how about that? And, of course, we haven't changed anything about the defense. We still have the 3 center backs playing back, and that's basically it. Menegong throws over Lingwanda back to Menegong, over to Ndaye, and that header is just a little bit too high, and it's back out for another goal kick. So we're doing all right here. We're holding on, and we're not conceding, which is important. Kaderbamba down to Huang Chirwei. Lumps that up and forward for Silla. Silla then takes the shot, and that's just off the top bar once again. Silla, I've noticed, really probably feels a little bit uncomfortable playing in this role. He's not really much of a go-get-him, striker type of player. But we'll keep him over there and see what we can do. Menegong with the shot. That forces a really good save by Hong Weixiang. And Lu Chunjie gave up possession there a little bit too easily, and it's Dubois with the shot. Fortunately for us, that is over the top of the goal, and it's not going to bother anybody. So Silla, if we ever in the future would go to having one of these attacking midfielders play further back, it'd probably be him. And Ndaye over to Huang Chirwei. It wouldn't be too bad necessarily to have him be like an advanced playmaker or something like that on a support duty and try to set these guys up. And there's Nene scoring the first goal of the match, number 26 of the season for him. Of course, that includes the international matches, and we're up 1-0. And this has really been the rediscovery of Nene. I've talked a lot about him in past videos and about him just disappearing in big matches. But I tell you, when we play him back a little bit more and we give him the ability to have like some space and some freedom, all of a sudden he's just been taking off. He's not being called for offside at all, and he's been scoring goals like it's going out of style. Silla now with it over to Ndaye. Ndaye, is he going to... No, he's going to pass. Over looking for Nene, that's not a very good cross. Over to Menegong now, and he finds Lu Chunjie, whose shot, unfortunately, with his head is a little bit too high. So not too bad. Feng Xiaoqiu here with the free kick over to Kaderbamba, who scores, and that's his second of the season. We saw him score just the other day, I believe. So 2-0 now for Mars FC, and we're starting to really pour it on here. Of course, the Taipei Skywalkers are not a particularly good side. They're in 8th place and are fading fast and are likely to be relegated. But we are more than happy to add to their woes and to make sure that we keep that lead at the top that's so important to us. Bamba here with it, back to Huang Chirwei, over to Liu Chunjie, to Silla, back to Bamba. Bamba goes down to Huang Chirwei. Huang Chirwei lumps his forward, looking for Nene, just can't find him. Ndaye now back to Zhou Hongyi. Zhou Hongyi passes this back to Huang Chirwei, who lumps it on forward for Nene, who's behind the defense. And his shot, unfortunately, is back up and into the empty seats. But it wasn't a bad idea. All in all, 2-0 still to score, and everybody's having a good match. So we'll keep it going and see what happens here in the second half. We give him a little pat on the head, say keep shooting all those shots. The more shots you take, the better the chances are of something going in. And here's Nene, who must be offside. He scores the flag is not up, and so I guess he was not offside. But man, I mean, he just got behind everybody. This one here, it looks like he's playing as a striker again. Lin Guando with the excellent pass. That's not offside. All right. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to ask them to take it back. But it surprises me. I would have called that offside. There's a shot by Liu Chengyi that's over the top of the goal. And so I tell you, getting rid of Li Chaba looks like it was the right decision. And now we have to play defense. And this is popped up once again. Zhou Hongyi jumps up and grabs it and heads it out for a throw. Good job by Zhou Hongyi. Getting him back on the team was really a key transfer for us. Even though and there's the goal. Tsai Chicheng just barely is able to get that one in and past the keeper. Menegong unfortunately kind of misjudged that, and I think he missed an interception. And we'll take another look at this again. Yeah, Menegong. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily would say it was his fault. I don't know what else it is he could have done. That ball was placed perfectly. So that Menegong just couldn't get his head onto it. And so we have finally conceded a goal. This is the first goal that we've conceded in a long time. And Lai Bolun passes over to Zhou Hongyi. Zhou Hongyi over to Liu Chunjie to Feng Xiaoqu to Ndaye. And this is forward for really one of about three different guys. And Nene scores. It's almost like, as Nene scores his hat trick here, it's almost like, you made us really upset, right? And we can't concede goals to you. So as soon as that happens, we're just going to go take over and we're going to go take things away and keep it for ourselves. Nene here with the hat trick. He does a good job. There's a little bit of temptation to take him off after this, but I think we'll leave him on. We don't have another big match coming up soon. He's onside, and see, that's the miracle of playing him further back. He's onside instead of being offside, which is where he usually would be. So Nene clearly is going to get the player of the match, and we are going to win this one big. It's just a little bit upsetting that we gave up that goal, but that's kind of what happens. Every now and then we do give one up. Wang Qinghua here with the corner for Taipei Skywalkers, and we're able to head that one out fairly skillfully. But it's Tsai Chicheng here with the shot, and we kind of let him do whatever he wanted. That was not a particularly good defensive effort on our part. Here's the next corner attempt, and Lai Boan gets a hand onto it, but not much more than that, and only tips it out. Menegong finally brings this one down and then knocks it forward as far as he can, which wasn't that far. And now we have a free kick. Huang Chirui now with it. Lumps that one forward for, again, nobody in particular. Lingguanda back to Bamba. And this is for Silla, who is tackled by the opposing player. Menegong ends up getting this back to Bamba, and it's up for Silla again. So Silla's had to run back and forth a couple times there. I think that original ball forward was also intended for Silla, but he's not that fast. Here's Menegong with the corner, and Zhou Hongyi can't quite get his head onto it, and this has come back for a potential counterattack, but that's going to fade away. And here's another ball forward, this one for Ndaye. I mean, for some reason, our guys in the back think that the right way to handle this is to just lump the ball forward and sort of see what happens. And here's Dubois, who's behind the defense, and his shot is up and too high. I'm surprised that this wasn't offside. I guess the ref has swallowed his whistle today or something. I mean, that looks offside to me, but whatever. It's all right. It's all right. There was no goal scored. There's no real danger. 4-1, we still have the lead. I don't think that we're going to give much up here, although Dubois could score, and he does. They're going to call that one onside. Yeah, they will. They're going to allow that to go onside or to be considered onside, even though he's lined up behind the defense. So I guess we don't see, a replay showing us whether he was onside or not. Now, here we go. And you can see he is lined up behind the defense. I mean, he's offside, but there's no call. 4-2 now, Mars FC. We need to make sure that we don't make this match close. Silla wins this back and then gives it up right away. And it's Dubois, and instead it's Tsai Chicheng with his second goal of the match. And now this is becoming a problem. So we're going to have to make some kind of change here. Zhou Hongyi not having a good game. Tsai Yuting comes on. Huang Chirui will come on. And we'll take, I think we'll leave Bomba on. Leibo Lun having a really, really poor match. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Huang Chirwei now with it in the back, about to come off, over to Bomba. And Bomba not for looking for Feng Shaoqi and can't quite find him. And so we'll make those 3 substitutions in the back. Feng Shaoqi now with the free kick over to Chen Yuting, who scores. That's his first goal of the season. It's his first goal, I think, ever for us. And that makes it 5-3. And that probably is going to be the end of that. So it's been surprising that the Taipei Skywalkers is able to come back considering how bad this team is. But Leibo Lun having kind of a poor match there behind goal or in goal. He might as well play behind goal the way he's been playing. And let's see if we can add to their woes. Silla with it over to Menegong, over to Ling Guanda, who just misses that shot. Man, that was in a great position and kind of an unusual place to find your Segundo Volante, who was in front of the rest of the offense. So Ling Guanda is still trying to time things out right. That was an idea, and it was something, but that shot just barely missed. So 5-3, the score line continues, and we have only a couple of minutes left, and this won't last too much longer. We should get this victory pretty easily. Final kick of the match probably here from Menegong, who's looking to see if he can add an assist to his tally. And if he just stands there like that for much longer, there will be no shot. It's Bomba with the header, and that's over everyone's head. And that should do it, and that does do it. 5-3 now, Mars FC with the victory. We had 8 shots on target, 2.94 XG. They had 5 on target, so our defense, though we held the ball for 60% of the match, we had some problems with those counterattacks. And there you go, Leibo Lun with a 6.3 rating. That's the worst he's had, I think, all season. And hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.